I discovered chiropractic before there was an internet, much less viral videos. Woke up one morning and I couldn't turn my head. Medical term for that is torticollis, and it's in the same category of diagnosis as migraines and some types of vertigo. It wasn't the first time I had a neck spasm, but it was the first time I had it without any recent trauma, injury. So a trip to the ER just didn't seem appropriate. And my leftover muscle relaxers, anti-inflammatories, and painkillers from a previous sports injury did nothing to relieve that spasm or pain. So that was on a very short list of things that my medical family considered going to a chiropractor for. And I'm so glad that the chiropractor had advanced training, didn't do any of those ridiculous viral video twisting and cracking maneuvers. Instead, he talked to me for more than 5 minutes, did a focused examination, and recommended we get some x-rays. But unlike the ER doctors or any of the excellent medical physicians that I've had in the past, he showed me the x-rays and asked me some questions that no other doctor ever did. He asked me about previous injuries and if I knew any of the details about my birth delivery. Now, I thought that was a little bizarre. At the time, I just wanted some relief. Then he did a treatment on my neck. It felt like a quick little push and a couple of sore spots between my head and my shoulders. Now, I didn't feel a whole lot better, but the spasm released and I could turn my head a little bit more. Then he told me that I'd have to come back every other day for at least a couple of weeks. Now, that concerned my medical family because everybody's always heard that you've got to keep going back to a chiropractor. But they couldn't argue with how quickly the treatment eliminated torticollis when the medication couldn't even touch it. So I went back and improved enough over those first few weeks that when he recommended going after some of those more long-standing injuries that showed up on my x-ray, I felt a little more comfortable with his recommendations. By the way, when I asked my mother about the details of my birth process, she said it was a difficult delivery, and I guess that impressed her, that a chiropractor could see that on an x-ray 15 years later. As the weeks went by, I started to get less frequent and severe migraines that I've been struggling with my entire life. My mood swings dramatically reduced as well, and that was enough for my medical family to accept chiropractic as legitimate treatment. And by the end of the first year, I was off all my lifelong medications. But when I told my parents that I wasn't going to Johns Hopkins, that was an interesting conversation. But by then, that chiropractor had helped just about everyone in my family, including some of my pets. And while my family cautioned me about how much harder life would be as a chiropractor than as a medical doctor, they supported me. Now, that was 40 years ago, and I haven't taken any medication since the end of my first year as a upper cervical chiropractic patient. And I know that sounds crazy, but healthy people don't need to take handfuls of pills every day. After graduating chiropractic school, I went on for several postgraduate certifications, and in over 30 years, I've never twisted or cracked any of my patients' necks and got just as good, if not better, results than most chiropractors, often helping people more than world-renowned specialists. So I believe that anyone with any chronic health condition could benefit from an upper cervical chiropractic evaluation, but only by a certified upper cervical chiropractor. Not anyone who would ever consider cranking and yanking on someone's neck like they do in those viral videos. As one of 12 advanced certified upper cervical chiropractic instructors in the world, we try to make sure that there's an upper cervical chiropractor in every major city. But I still occasionally have people flying in from other countries to get the care that they need. It's something to think about if you're considering treatment options and trying to avoid endless drugs, pain management, surgeries, or anybody cranking on your neck.